You know what else is fine? Tyson and Titty Talk, episode 15. Hello, welcome. This is a show with
Almost
Tyson,
done.
who's over there.
No.
No, he's not over there, but I'm over here, and my name's Teddy. And we talk about things on Saturdays, and you guys hear it on Mondays. And that's the show.
And that's the show, and we'll see you next week, everybody.
We'll see you. That's the show, everybody. Wrap it up, dude. I will say, very happy with the fact that the sun is not nearly as bright as it was last week because it was quite blinding. But it's kind of cloudy. It was supposed to rain today, so it hasn't rained, but it was supposed to. So like
You
the
can
lighting,
see my sun coming
much
in
better.
through the
Yeah.
curtains back there. It's a
it's
sunny day
coming in.
today.
Nice.
Had a nice walk. Got a haircut. And that's about
Nice,
it.
nice.
That's all I did.
I was gonna take Ion to the dog park because I did last Saturday, but it was supposed to rain today, and it's still kind of like muddy and gross. And let me tell you, like, if you ever go to the dog park right after it rains,
I
place fucking stinks. It smells.
Let me tell you, I
because
won't.
like all the dog urine, the smell. Oh, it smells so bad. I did that once, and then was like, oh god, never again. Oh my god. But she had so much fun last time, so I want to take her. And last weekend, Saturday, we went to the dog park, and then Sunday we went on like a 4-mile hike, which was dope. I haven't been on a hike in a long time, so like the weather was nice. And I had such a good time that this last week I was like, oh man, I should go on another one next weekend. And I started like planning it out. I started looking at trails, and then I was like, oh, let's check the weather. It was like rain. Supposed to rain like all Saturday and Sunday, and I was like, well, fuck.
Well, that's all we get up here, but I don't know when the rain's supposed to start because
Yeah.
right now it's like nice, and this happened last year at around the same time. Well, obviously at around the same time, because I remember being getting the note saying like, "Oh hey, we're working from home," and then I was like, "Oh shit."
Year ago.
Gyms are closed, and I was like, how am I going to work out? And that's when I like started running, and I remember that it was like fairly nice in March.
Yeah.
It was like pretty, but then it like took a dive. It takes a dive and then it comes back up. Like a dive in like
to, like,
weather.
get
Not
rainy?
like cold, but like yeah, it's just like, and I guess that's the saying. It's like April showers bring May flowers.
Well, that's fair.
So there you go.
I told a friend who lives in the same area about how I was so excited, and they were like, yeah, around here, like, you know, right when it stops being cold and it starts to get nice weather and you start to get excited about doing stuff outside, that's like when it starts to be like the rainy season, so you can't really do stuff outside. And I was like, really? That's a thing? Oh, damn. And this is coming from somebody who, until a year, maybe 2 years ago, didn't know he liked hiking, so I wouldn't do anything outside. Other than that, I'm just playing video games, so like, I don't pay attention.
I'll run in the rain to an extent. Because one, it's like if you don't run in the rain and you live in Vancouver, it's you don't run. Yeah, you're just never gonna run because that's all it does. That's all it does here. So you just have like you just wear layers, and honestly,
Yeah.
sometimes it's nice because like you run and then you're like soaking wet, but then you come home and it's like nice and warm. And you can like have some coffee or like a tea, and you can just like chill out after like you've been outside and like in the rain. I don't know. It's
That sounds like when you're, I don't know, I haven't experienced that kind of thing, but what it sounds closest to is when you're a kid and you're out playing in the snow, and then you come in, you got some hot cocoa, and you got some marshmallows in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whew.
same thing.
Shout out, dude.
We used to in my like when I grew up, or I guess where I grew up, they would shovel all of the snow in the parking lot to like one side, and it was like pretty much like right near my apartment, like my house. And so I would all the time try to like hollow out this huge hill of snow and like make like an igloo-ish thing where you just like go inside.
That's awesome,
good
dude.
times.
Oh my god. We
But it
lived
doesn't
in
snow here.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
It's
but
like
it
dipped for 2
snowed like
days.
where you grew up.
Oh yeah, and that's only like three
Pretty regular.
or what's it's like a 3.5 hour drive if you're
not
just
too bad.
zooming.
Just zooming. So probably like 4 hours.
But it's in a
Probably
valley,
4
so that's why it gets, it's like it has a lot of extremes. So it has like very hot summers, very cold winters.
Yeah.
But
Huh,
then on the
that's
coast,
cool.
it's like just very mellow all the time.
Honestly, so I lived in Florida for like 4 years as a little babby, and then we moved to like I was born in Tallahassee, Florida, and then lived in Jacksonville for like most of that time, and then went up to this small little town. We moved all over the place growing up, and everybody's like, "Oh, is your dad military?" And I'm like, "Nope, just liked moving, I guess. No idea." So we moved up to this tiny little town in Virginia, like literally, like on a mountain, like in the side, like on a mountain, and like in the side of a mountain where they like fucking blew it up. You know what I mean? So it's this tiny little town, Grundy, Virginia, and we lived there from. Can't remember. I know I left in second grade, and
Named
after second grade.
the famous Batman villain Solomon Grundy.
Yep. After he came and invaded the town, you know, I
The
just
big ass
couldn't
zombie,
be there anymore.
dude. I don't even know.
We
what
had to
he
get the
was.
fuck out of there, you know.
Batman had
Yeah.
to come in, save the town, and then he named it after him.
Wow, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. But we lived there for a while, then Montgomery, Alabama, and then senior year of high school, Nashville, and then about a year or so ago here, Arkansas. So, but that's just me. But like living in Grundy through, I think preschool to like second grade, probably a little bit. No, I guess 4 years old, the second grade, was like perfect place to kind of like grow up because I was just young enough to where I actually did like the snow, you know? And it definitely like it was weird because it was about as hot there in the summer as it was in like Montgomery, Alabama, which is like 8 hours south. So it was like just as hot in the summer, but in the winter, super snowy. So like, man, and we lived on the mountain. There was like this, we were on this house here, and next to us, we had a neighbor, and they had kids there were a couple of, they had like two brothers. Shout out to the Rick and Morty bit, two brothers. And then they had like a daughter who was about my age, so we hung out. And there was like a shout out to Mary, by the way. It's so weird. We like moved apart. Now I'm on a separate tangent.
Mary.
I was on the snow. Now I'm on a separate tangent. We moved apart, you know, when I was in second grade. And then like somehow our lives are like very similar, and we grew up with like very similar interests. She's getting like a graduate degree in like video game production. Like she's like literally about to graduate with a master's degree in like to be like a producer. So like wild how that kind of happened, because like we didn't really stay in contact or anything. I don't know. Interesting. But we would go and hang out, and her house had like a giant ass fucking hill and fucking perfect for sledding. Let me tell you what, I have a lot of good memories of like sledding there. There was one time where I sled and then like didn't stop and didn't get off the goddamn sled and kept going and almost just went right into the goddamn road. So that was
So
fun.
we used to
Good times.
toboggan on the road because
Toboggan?
that's what we call it, yeah.
Dude. Damn.
it's just another name. I guess
It's the same
it's a
thing,
weird.
right?
It's also like in America, or I don't know if it's America. Toboggan is also what I think some Americans call like a beanie.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, I think that's supposed to technically be a hat.
But then
Like, I
we
don't
don't
know.
call that a beanie or a toboggan. We call that a toque.
Oh, sure. You know, why not? I will say, if you look up toboggan, the picture of like what a sled there is, a toboggan there, is like a very traditional, like wooden
Yeah.
kind of like. It's like
'Cause it's like an
wooden,
old
and
and-
at the end it
Yeah.
like
It's like a
curls.
sleigh.
Is that what you used out of curiosity?
No,
Because we were cheap and used like fucking plastic sleds. You know what I
Well,
mean?
the plastic slides on snow better. I don't know if I've ever used
interesting.
like
Maybe
one of
that's
the
why I
wooden
fucking
ones.
went into the goddamn road.
Yeah, those things because
Wouldn't
it's no, there's
stop.
no friction.
Yeah. it's
When
fair.
there's no friction, you're just going like.
It was very fast and it was very steep.
And then
But it was great.
It was like because it gets so cold. Well, like Okanagan like doesn't freeze fully, but there's like a bunch of like ponds and like lakes where it would like totally freeze over, and then you just go ice skating.
Nice. Damn. That's cool.
Good times.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I would never move back.
Yeah,
Not in a
no.
million years.
No, I liked it as a kid because, like I was saying, I do genuinely have good memories of like going inside and like hot chocolate, and then, but here when it snowed for a week and fucking everything shut down and whatnot, I was like, God. I mean, it's nice and I don't mind it for a week, but would never want to live in a place where this is like a regular occurrence, where every time you go out to your car, you gotta fucking scrape snow off. Like, no,
See,
I'm
well,
good.
it's I don't know. I'm okay with that.
Ice.
The problem is, it's like Vancouver. When it snows here, people panic because it's
Yeah,
like,
I mean, that's what it was
one,
here, too.
nobody has winter tires because
Yeah, I mean that's why
you
it
don't
shut
need
down.
to here, and so
Yeah.
people panic. And then like again in Kelowna, in 3 hours away, when it snows there constantly, like they're just prepared for snow
They're ready for
better.
it. Yeah.
So it's people know how to drive in the snow down there.
Yeah.
So it's a toss up. It's like it's okay to
not too
live there
bad.
when it snows because people just are used to it.
Yeah.
They don't drive like
Yeah,
idiots
that's
and
not
then go
too
like
bad.
30, or when it's like really icy, go like really fast. Like it's
Yeah. But man, like, and I'll scrape snow off my car, but have you ever like had to go out and scrape off just fucking pure ice?
Oh, yeah.
You're like, God damn it.
I live in
'Cause,
Canada.
like,
Like obviously.
you know, yeah, that's fair. But like when I went out there and was like, after the week of like being snowed, I was like, please be snow and not ice. Please be snow and not ice. And I started scraping and I was like, yes, let's go. Because ice, you will be out there an extra fucking 10, 20 minutes. Because I have this lame ass little scraper, like little plastic scraper. And I was like, fucking for the
You
ice.
gotta you're just gonna
going.
put some elbow grease into it.
Yeah,
all
you
you
do.
do.
Which
That,
like, I
or
remember,
what you do is you turn your car on and then go back inside, let your car warm up, and it melts off.
Yeah, turn the defrost thing on. And that's what I did while I was scraping, so it eventually got easier and easier, and I was like, oh, thank God. But there was one time where I had to scrape off the ice like that when I was still working at UPS and literally going in at like fucking 3, 4 a.m. So that was not fun. It was literally like, God damn it, I'm barely awake, and I gotta fucking scrape this out in like the pitch black. It was not fun, but those days are behind me.
Never again.
Yeah.
Well, I
no,
can't scrape
no.
off ice or snow because I don't have a car anyway. So
It's true. It's true. What did you? I imagine you had a car at one point, right? Like before
yeah.
you moved where you are now.
yeah. I've had,
Did
well,
you
no,
sell it before
I had
you
a
moved?
car when I moved. Like when I moved here,
Oh, okay.
I've had
Did it-
two
oh.
cars when I when I
Did it
moved
like
here.
break or did you sell it?
Sold both of them.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah, that's what I was curious if like if you get to the certain point where you're like, I'm not using this.
I was like, I
Like,
walk to work.
Yeah.
I walk to work or take the SkyTrain, which is like a 10-minute walk from my place, and then it takes me right to like downtown Vancouver.
Cool.
And so I would never drive my car. And it's like I would
Yeah.
maybe drive it on the weekends. And I was like, well, do I need to pay $140 in insurance and then whatever gas and then
Yeah.
just to have, and then it's just going to be sitting there. And like that's not good for the tires and it's just not good for
That's
a lot
fair.
of things. So I was just like, no, I'll just go into like the Evo. I'll do the Evo route.
Yeah.
Most of the time, like today, I walked. What is it, like a 45-minute walk to my hairdresser? That's not
Damn.
bad. Everything's
Yeah,
close in
I guess.
Vancouver. If you live close. If I lived like
Yeah.
further out, I would have to think about getting a car. But
Yeah. Like, honestly, most places that you live, you have to have a car. So whenever somebody talks about living in, like, fucking San Francisco or New York, and they're like, no, I just fucking walk or take public transportation or Uber. Like, Future, when I don't remember what city in Texas he lived in, but he lived in Texas and, like, Ubered to work every day. And I was like, what the fuck? It's a lot of money. Like, Uber's
but yeah,
not cheap.
it's I like you'd just have to price it out.
Yeah.
And see if it is cheaper or not, because it depends. And then
Yeah.
also, if your
on where
car,
you're going.
like a couple of times, the last car that I had that I sold, a couple of times, like the heat gauge itself was like not working correctly. But then this one time I drove over like a big bridge And of course, the day that I was like, oh, the heat gauge is going even a little bit higher than it should. And it like, I don't know. I forget what was wrong with my car, but something was wrong and had to take it into the shop. And then that was like a couple $1,000s. And it's like when you put that into it, it's like maybe like Ubering and public transit and like all that kind of stuff isn't that much money, especially if you don't like use your car every single day.
Yeah. Yeah. And it depends on where you are. Like San Francisco and New York, you can use public transit and like walk places. Fucking, I literally could not live where I am without a car. Like, there's no fucking way. So
that's
like,
kind of like
it
Kelowna.
just depends. And most
like,
of
Kelowna's
America
pretty spread out.
Yeah.
And so you need a car to live there. And like the public transit isn't great there. But here, it's like, the SkyTrain goes from like downtown Vancouver to like almost Langley. Like, and that's like two cities. Yeah. 2 cities like over.
Damn. And Nashville, where I lived before this, is even like a big city. And downtown Nashville is very akin to like San Francisco and whatnot. But like, it's still spread out. It's still a like a lot of people in Nashville live in the surrounding suburbs. Like we lived in Nolensville, which was like 20-30 minutes away as a drive. So like that's just kind of, I don't know, that's how like I've always lived. So whenever somebody's like, oh, I don't have a car, I'm like, what the fuck? It's just wild. It makes sense, but it's wild.
I wonder, we were probably in Nashville at the same time in one point because
that's funny.
Well, this was a long ass time. I can't remember the year.
I moved there in 2014, so.
Okay, then maybe not. No, definitely not. It was in 2000 it was in the 2000s. Because my friend rolled his car and totaled it. Then he bought a car in what's straight up of like Nashville. Is it Ohio?
The state?
Yeah.
I think Kentucky, right? I'm not
or
sure.
At the very top, like it's bordering Canada.
I think
is it Ohio or
fucking? Oh my god, that's way high there.
Yeah, I think it was Ohio.
I don't know. I'm looking at a U.S. map because I'm bad on them.
It's just north, like not the state next to it, but like at the top of the country.
So straight north from Tennessee up to like the Canada border would be like Kentucky, Indiana, Michigan is probably what you're looking for because it's above Ohio.
Okay, maybe. No, then it was probably Ohio. If Ohio's like in line of sight of Nashville, because what we did, is so he bought it in Ohio, and online, and then I flew with him. So we flew from like Vancouver, from Vancouver all the way to Ohio, bought the car. And then we drove it back. But instead of driving like straight back, we drove down to Nashville first, spent a night in Nashville, and then drove all the way back to like Vancouver. It was like a 3-day. It was like a 3-day road trip.
That's what I was gonna say. That's not a short drive. That's not just like we're stopping by.
And like
3 straight.
The first day was great because it was like, oh cool, Nashville. We got there and it was in December. It was like right before New Year's, and we were like walking around in like shorts and a t-shirt, and we're like, holy shit, this is great. And then we drive through like the middle states, and we're just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It is so flat and so boring.
Yup. Dude, so I went and visited a long time ago, went and visited some friends in Indiana, like where Eric lives and some of them. And like I went down to Alabama and picked up my friend Andrew and then came up, we did it twice. So at one point he came up to me, spent the night, and then we both drove up there together. And it's so the drive was mostly fine. I think it was about 6 hours or something. It's not super far, 6-8 hours maybe. And then at a certain point, you're like, oh, we're in Indiana. Because it just fucking flattens out. And you're like, I can see for miles. This is not, and it's like, I don't know, it messes with your brain. Because
it's not like miles of like interesting stuff.
No,
it's just like miles of like agriculture. And you're just like,
yeah.
Oh, here's another farm. Oh, another farm.
Yeah, just corn for miles. And it's not like, Florida, I don't really remember. I visited it for family because I have extended family that lives in Florida, but like I don't remember when I lived there. So like Virginia, Grundy, Virginia, lived on a fucking mountain. So like clearly in the mountains there, in the Appalachian Mountains or however you fucking say it. People say it differently. And then we moved down to Montgomery, Alabama. Technically, I think we lived in Wetumpka. And that city is like technically the last city in the Appalachian Trail, like of mountains. So we were still technically in mountains, and we lived in a neighborhood called like Emerald Mountain Hills or Emerald Hills or something like that. So it was up a tiny little mountain. So there were still kind of hills around. And then Nashville is still kind of hilly, not too much, but it's hilly. And then here, like, oh my god, here is fucking gorgeous too when it comes, like, there's a lot of trails and like mountains and whatnot, but it's not like insane giant Grundy mountains. It's literally like if I pull out my street down here and get to the stoplight and look forward, there's like a mountain range. It's like just super pretty, but the city is kind of in a bowl of it. Like it's kind of flat here, but like the surrounding areas are hilly and mountainy. So that's just kind of what I like when it comes to visuals. So like, I don't know, man. When I got to Indiana, this is fucking flat. I'm like, this is like killing me. Like it messes with your brain.
It's weird because it's the same in Canada. Like, because okay, British Columbia is like all mountains. It's just like, that's just all mountains. And then Alberta and Saskatchewan and Manitoba are are like pretty much the three middle provinces. And those are all ridiculously flat because I've like driven through them and it's all like farm.
Like,
but it's weird because it's like in the middle of the country and it's the same as America. It's the middle of the country. But I like, why? Yeah. How did it turn? Why did it turn out like that? It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Guess that's just kind of like the continent, maybe. I don't know. Maybe some mountain expert needs to tell us, like, is there a reason why certain mountains are in like certain areas? Like, I don't know. Is there a pattern on continents where like
I guess it makes
the
sense
edges
to, like,
are more mountainy or something like that?
It makes sense to not make a farm where there's mountain.
Oh yeah, yeah. There were a lot of in Alabama. There were cotton farms. Jesus Christ, lots of cotton. And then in Indiana, fucking corn. Trying to think of other places I've fucking been. Tennessee, there wasn't too many farms.
Tobacco.
Yeah.
Tobacco farms. Gotta have that tobacco.
That would not surprise me, dude. Not at all. But, dude, I was thinking about this. I've had in my head, I like hiking, and I want to, like, go up on hiking and do, like, more and more. And eventually in my head I'm like, what if I did like a through hike, like a very small one? But I don't know, because the fact of the matter is I know that I like hiking. I don't know if I like camping. So that's,
I liked camping when I was younger, and I think I would like camping if I had kids. I don't want to camp by my like through hike is a it's like a lengthy, like a small through hike would be like a week of going from a place to another like place and like camping along the way. The only way I would do that is if it's Everest, but I would never do Everest either.
Yeah. See, I would want to do there. So there's technically 3 through hikes in America. There's like the CDT, which is like the longest and hardest. I don't remember the second one actually. And then there's like the ACT, I think. And that's the Appalachian Trail one. And that one is apparently the easiest of the 3. It's still quite long, but it's the easiest and not like CDT is literally like desert. So like you have to fucking like conserve water and shit. But like the ACT apparently people do like all the time. Like fucking an elderly 75-year-old woman did it. But like I just don't know if I like camping. But the idea of that though, of like I think the ACT literally ends at the top of a mountain. So like the idea of doing that, of like setting aside literally a portion of your life, because you have to like train for it, like you have to get your legs ready for it. The idea of doing something like that is genuinely an appealing, like, that's a fucking sense of accomplishment. Like you get to that and you're like, holy shit, I fucking did that. But I don't know if I like camping.
Because it's the same. I like running. And then people are like, oh, you should run a marathon. And I'm like, no, I don't like. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
It brings along the other, like, I don't know, not fun parts of it.
Yeah, and it's like
You're
I don't
running for the freedom of the road.
well, it's like I'm very. It's not. What's the opposite of, I guess, antisocial when it comes to like running. It's like I want to run by
In your own
myself,
space.
for myself, that kind of thing. And it's kind of like I don't want to put any pressure on it because then
Yeah.
I'll start not liking it as much.
Yeah.
Like I like having
that's fair.
goals, but like to have like I don't know, and I've just never been.
There's like a certain level of a goal at your own pace, and then like there's a marathon on this date, I have to be ready for it. There's like a certain different level of pressure, you know.
And just
But
to like run
I
it,
don't
it's
know.
like I don't know. Maybe if it was
I
for
get
charity,
why people do it.
maybe I
Yeah.
would do that. But like
Yeah,
just
pretty
to
cool.
run it, just to run it is. It's like I don't know. I don't really.
Well,
wanna-
as somebody who doesn't like running, I totally understand why that's a thing, because literally it would make me, if I said a year from like there's a marathon that people do every year on this date or whatever, and I was like, a year from now I'm going to do that, it would absolutely make me be like, well, fuck, I gotta get ready, because like I committed to it. So, and then like you do it, and it is sort of in a public space, so you like you have a record that you finish, you know what I mean? Like it is kind of a public thing of like,
and I would just want
want
to be first. So like
Yeah.
that would be even worse because yeah.
Because what if you didn't come in first, man? What if some
I know,
fucking
and if I'm not
jabroni
in
beat
first,
you?
then I'm just gonna feel bad.
Then you're last, you know what
And
I
I'm just
mean?
like, oh, this was a waste of time and energy. Whereas, like, when I'm running by myself, I'm always first.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. I've thought about doing the fucking ACT, but that's one thing that I'll do in the future. But like the doing even just weekend hikes, I need to look back at the one that I started with, because I think it was about 3 miles. I don't know. That was like the first one that I did. And the one that I did today was like, and usually I'll do 2 to 3, but like I did the one last weekend that was like 4 miles. And I was like, that was like no problem. Like I keep underestimating myself. Like I could do more. And the more like when I did 4 miles last week, I felt very like shit, dude. Hell yeah, like fucking accomplished. So next time if I could find like a 5 or a 6 mile one, I'll do that, and then I'll be like, oh shit. Okay, let's keep fucking going, you know? It's like that just happens with anything. If you think you can't do it, then you do it, and then you're like, oh. And then you just keep going and it just snowballs.
And that's like, I'm so glad that like it's starting to get nice out again, because like
Yeah.
I've tried to run in the cold, but like everything hurts
Yeah,
like
God.
more, and then it's like your chest hurts because you're like breathing in cold air, and it's just not fun. It is not
Yeah.
fun to run in the cold.
No.
And I just don't like it. So I'm trying to just do like little runs every day. Like I do 2.5K or 2K every day,
Yeah.
just to like kind of warm up. But I really want to like make some big like strides in like running. Like I want to
Yeah.
see if I can get a like under an hour kilometer or no 10K, not one. Under an hour, 1 kilometer. I don't even think.
I don't know if you can do it, man.
Man,
I don't know.
how slow would you have to be walking? I run.
Yeah, I was about to say,
I
you
run a
could probably
kilometer in
do
like
that
6
walking.
minutes. I run a kilometer in like 6 minutes. So like, how would you? You have to be
You'd have to
walking.
be walking,
so
yeah.
slow. That'd be funny.
Let's see. How many
Under
miles
an
is
hour.
literally just 1 kilometer? Okay. Okay, that's fair. So you do like basically every day you run about like 1.5 miles.
Yeah.
Or like 1.25 miles. That's dope. Nice.
Yeah.
I just don't like running. I just can't do it. Just can't fucking do it. One day, maybe.
I don't know
Who
why.
knows,
I don't
but-
know. Yeah, I don't know where it came from. I always used to sort of run on treadmills at the gym or use the elliptical, but I just
Yeah, I would do that at the gym.
all of a sudden, and I think because like with the pandemic, I started running in like this really nice neighborhood that like I never
Yeah.
really like. I knew it was there, but I never knew like how cool things looked because I never walked through that place. And so now
Yeah.
I'm kind of just like, I want to go further. I want to like
Kind of
dig.
exploring.
Yeah, I want to like, and I like not having a set route.
Yeah.
And so pretty much I'll be like, okay, I'll turn down this way,
I can never
turn
do
down
that.
this way. And I have like a run keeper app that'll tell me like, oh, you're at 7 kilometers or blah, blah, blah. And so then at least I know it's like, okay, well, if I turn back now, then that'll roughly be the exact same amount going back.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
can't wait. Can't wait for better weather.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be nice, dude. I'm ready to. I was like, man, if it could just, I mean, I'm fine with it just raining. If it just rains through the week and then Saturday, Sunday, cut it out, you know? Cut that shit out. Then I'm fine.
No,
I'm
but
happy with
usually,
that.
at least here, I remember like when before the pandemic, it'd always be like so nice during the work week when you're stuck in the office, and then it would rain on the weekend, and then on Monday
great.
it'd be so nice again, and you're like, really? Like, how is this
Fuck
possible?
off.
Like, we get it, but it's just so
You
it
don't
was-
like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's annoying. That's annoying. But I will say I've been back to like earlier in the year, in like February, I was slacking off with like working out and eating right and whatnot. Been consistently back on it for a while now, which is nice. And I can feel the difference in my energy and whatnot. It's great. I was thinking the other day, man, like I need to just, I don't know. Cause here's where I want to get. Where I am when it comes to eating is that most
be
of the
Zac
time I
Efron.
eat. God, no.
No, doesn't
No.
everybody?
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But like, it's just a lot. But no, like when it comes to eating, like most of the time I eat keto, but then when I cheat, I just go fucking crazy. So I just want to find a balance. And what I'm gonna do to do that, I think, is 1 week, I'm literally gonna plan a meal plan of like, I'm gonna do some research and find like a balanced sort of like, not even necessarily a specific like, here's your diet if you want to get abs. I'm just gonna find like because there
Because
where
there is no
I'm,
diet for that.
well, a diet
Not-
mixed with exercise has
Yeah.
to. But like that's technically what my keto is like it's for like because when I gave my friend who's basically like a nutritionist like what I wanted and they came up with like an exercise plan and also they modified how I was already eating to like fit that and my goal was literally to like slim down and like cut down stomach fat. And so that's like, it's not necessarily that I want a fucking six pack, but it's like slimmer there. So that's where I'm at right now. But if I were to set aside this little meal plan that I'm talking about, it wouldn't be that as a goal. It would literally just be like baseline, somewhat healthy. You know what I mean? Like less processed shit. I would literally just plan Monday through Friday or Monday through Sunday of like something for me to make, something for me to have like a salad on this day, like a decent sandwich or something. I don't know, like on like whole wheat and like I would figure out because that's the problem. When I cheat, I don't know what the fuck to eat that's like, you know, decent, good, like this is healthy, you know what I mean? But that still is like good. I don't know what that is. Like I know what it is tangentially, but I'm not used to making it. I'm not used to eating it. So like I just want to do a little bit of research and basically plan that out and then maybe Sunday be like get pizza. You know what I mean? Like I want to make something
Just count calories.
but that's not healthy. That will work, but that's not healthy. You're starving yourself of certain nutrients that you need. You know
No,
what I
because
mean?
you'll still get them. It's not like you're only going to be eating like shitty stuff. It's just like if you want to get rid of if you want to like shrink, that's the only way is by burning more than you eat.
Yeah.
That's literally
for
the only
sure.
way.
Yeah, but you also do want to be sure that you are getting the right nutrients as well in those calories. That's like that's definitely a thing.
Take a multivitamin every day. No, like
but
like you laugh, but
no, like I've had a nutritionist friend tell me you are starving yourself. Like multivitamins are not enough. You need to actually eat like the food. But
then how do
I don't
vegans
know, like,
survive?
They if you do veganism correctly, you can get the nutrients.
You're still
that you need
missing
from
a
those
lot
foods.
of like you're missing iron.
You can get it. It's hard, but you can do it.
What is iron
Like
in
vegan,
that's not in meat?
there are ways to do it. I don't know, like, because I've never done veganism, but I have another friend that is a vegan that like spent a lot of time researching it to make sure that she got enough food that was like full in the nutrients that you are lacking when you eat vegan. Because there are some, it's like iron. I don't remember some others, but maybe calcium. No, I don't think that's it.
No.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, because no, calcium's probably in other things. Calcium's in oranges.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oranges are vegan.
Yeah, that's true. But there are a few different like
I don't know.
vitamins and nutrients.
I'm like
that you got to be careful about.
I can't, like, if it takes me twice as long to get the same results, I would rather do that and stay eating what I want.
Yeah, for sure. And that's fair. But like the reason why I do keto is because I like how it makes me feel. And also because like at this point it's easy. And I'm a very all or nothing person. So like it is regimented to a way of like I do count my numbers and I put it in an app. So it's like, and I know how to do that.
I've heard keto's bad for your heart though.
In the long term, and especially if you don't do it correctly, if you aren't making sure that you do get the certain nutrients that you need. But like if you do it correctly, it's fine. And even then, it's not supposed to be a long-term thing. So that's another reason why I do want to start figuring out sort of actual healthy solutions and whatnot. But like the main thing that keto can be bad for is like I think it's your liver. That like it can fuck up if you do incorrectly. That's why whenever somebody asks whenever somebody asks if they should do it, I'm like, if you do a lot of research, sure. If you do a lot of research, yes, you should. But like, I always am like, look into it first. I say
everything is good in moderation. That's my goal. If anybody says anything, it's just like because it's almost like, I don't know. I just don't like diets. I don't because it's a mental thing where it's like, oh, I can't have this, and then you're thinking bad about.
It's not you can't have those.
But you're like, oh, I can't eat this, and then you're upset, and then like that's even worse. And
that's fair, and that does happen on occasion. But the goal is to change your mindset. I don't at this point, which I already
like,
at this point I
want to change your mindset and not. And still try, because you're not changing your mindset. You're giving into your mindset by saying, okay, well I have to obey this, and then I have to
break that. You're not saying that you have to have this. You're saying I'm not eating that because it's shit for me. I'm eating what is good for me and what makes me feel good. You're changing it from I want that to like, sure, there's cravings, but like if I eat that, I will feel like shit. And you do.
Yes, but that's
like,
why.
As somebody.
But if you eat it in excess.
No. As somebody like normally how I eat, if I go and eat 2 pieces of pizza, I will feel worse. Like it's just a thing. It's not so much worse. Like I'm not gonna die, but like you get used to how you feel. So you are able to notice those kind of things. So yeah, but I get what you're saying. That is fair. But it is hard to do. But the goal is to like change your mindset into like I eat what I eat because it makes me feel good and I know it's good for me.
I eat what I eat because it tastes good.
That's fair. That's fair. But the thing is like
I'll get my nutrients wherever I need to.
Overall, I do like how I eat, but every now and then, man, I do miss the taste of certain things. And literally, like, I spent all of February, but that's the thing. I spent February eating like that. I felt like shit. So I way prefer how I feel now.
Because you didn't do it in moderation.
That's fair. But, like, that's my thing. I don't necessarily know how to do it in moderation, and I would like to. And this is my goal.
It's not something that you can, like, sit down and figure out. It will literally just happen over time. The more you do moderation, yes, it's a process.
I want
it's
to
not
do
just
moderation
like you're gonna be like
with other like good, healthier shit. And I don't know what those things are. That's what I'm saying. I need to figure that out.
What do you mean?
I want to learn how to
chicken,
eat those kind of
vegetables, fruit.
But like, I don't know how to make a good, solid fucking chicken sandwich. You know what I mean? And I want to learn how to do that. You know what I mean?
What do you mean,
There's a
like,
lot of different
put a-
stuff like
like
that.
fried piece of chicken,
Like
put
a
some
like
lettuce.
a grilled chicken sandwich. You know what I mean?
You just
You
grill
know,
a piece
little bit
of
of
chicken,
lettuce,
salt and pepper,
maybe a little
put
bit
a
of
piece
honey
of lettuce.
mustard.
There you go. You said you don't know
Yeah,
how to
but
do it. You just did it.
But I overthink things. I want to like get a great one, you know? Because honestly,
But you're not
I'm
going to be
a great
great.
cook.
You're not going to be
I'm not a
great at
great
it.
cook.
But you're not going to be great at it
but
at first
like,
go.
you know, that's true.
That's
But that's what I mean. Like for this meal plan, I would set aside like Monday, I'd be like fucking chicken sandwich right here, and then Tuesday it'd be like another thing. Because there are a lot of things like that that I would like to learn how to cook that I don't really know at the moment. So I would put those down and like try and learn them each day and stuff like that. And then literally put Sunday fucking whatever. You know what I mean?
I'm
I think that'd
definitely
be
a
cool.
wing it every single day.
But see, that doesn't work for me because that's what I did in February, and I gained like 10
But the
pounds.
thing is, no, but the thing is that I never really used to be. I tried like the like meal plan. I've tried to be like, okay, I'm gonna have tacos this night, and then that night rolls around and you're like, oh, I don't really feel like tacos. I don't really feel like this. And then your brain is, but now you're thinking, oh, but it's on the calendar, so I have to eat this. And it's just like, I'm not going to, like, I cannot, again, it's just another form of, like, I don't
But
like,
see-
I would like having a fridge full of stuff. And it's like,
Yeah.
you can have chicken for like a week. You can put it in the freezer.
Yeah, but that's
fine.
like if you know how to make, like, basically, like, for example, I used to, when I first started keto, I would meal plan so that I knew what was going on and I was learning new shit. But now I can just go buy a fridge full of shit and then I can just make it and there you go. Like, that's fair. But when it comes to eating normally, somewhat healthily, I wouldn't know what to buy. So like
said chicken
that would
sandwich.
kind of get me like going, you know? Because really, I am a person that operates very well on an all or nothing, on a plan, on a schedule. That's just kind of like how I work well. So starting off like that would help. And then eventually I would get to be like, just buy the things that I know and then figure it out in the week, you know? But that would be a good, that would be a good start. That's my plan. Yeah. And then literally Sunday would be like fucking Papa John's stuffed crust pizza.
See, but that's the thing is like with me, it's like moderation. It's like, oh, I'll have pizza, but it's like thin crust and like 2 toppings, and then I'll space that
Yeah.
out over like 3 days.
You gotta like learn. Yeah.
I don't. It's
Yeah,
not like
that's
I'm like,
fair.
okay, you know what? I'm gonna get a triple baconator and cheesy
My
fries.
whole thing,
And it's like,
I've had a friend tell me basically like, you're not supposed to like if you are supposed to try to reach. I just want to do more exploring and learning, to be honest, because I've had certain people tell me that you can't like cheat basically at all if you want this certain goal and whatnot. And then I know other people that like do a certain diet that's not crazy restrictive, and they do that most of the week, and then Sunday they have a cheat day and eat whatever they want, and they have a fucking 6-pack. And I'm like, so what are they doing? You know what I mean? There's a lot of different ways that people do
literally
shit,
just-
and I just like learning.
just-
I want to learn.
calories in, calories out. You have
always
the funny thing is like everybody has abs. Do people not know this? It's like if you got rid of all of the fat, all of the skin, if you just ripped your stomach open, you have a 6-pack of abs. Everybody does. The reason
Just getting to it.
the reason that you can't see them is because there's skin and there's fat like over it.
Yeah.
So the thing
Yeah.
is like you just need to lose weight, and the thing, especially with guys, it's harder. I don't know if it's harder for guys, but like
It depends
lose
on
our-
the person. That's one thing
we lose weight.
talk about too.
We lose weight in our face first, and it goes
Yep.
down. So you're gonna start seeing results in your face, and you're like, oh yeah, this is great. The last place that you're gonna see results is your
Yup.
gut.
That's what
that-
sucks, dude.
I know,
That's
but the
what's
thing is
annoying.
you can't look at your gut and be like, oh, I'm doing something wrong. It's going to take time. Like
Yeah, it takes time,
Since
for
last
sure.
year, I've like taken pictures and I'm like, yeah, it's a little bit smaller. It's not where I want. But the thing is I'm not going to drastically crank up some kind of diet for myself and then be like, oh yeah, I'm awesome with these results, and then want to go back and then it's just gone. I want to keep a
depends.
consistent. I want to be able
Yeah.
to like have something.
That's fair.
Have something there, but I can still, you know what? I'm gonna go to. I was gonna say Burger King, but they're in a lot of not Burger
And they're
King.
garbage.
They're burn Burger King down. Go to like McDonald's and have like a Big Mac and not feel bad about it, and not feel like oh.
But like, it's the thing. Different things work for different people. With like what you're saying definitely will work over time, but like the certain people are okay and work well on diets and on meal plans and on certain things, and certain people don't, and certain people want to have a goal and a time frame of like, if I do this exact thing, I'm gonna get this by this time, and this was like a plan that somebody else made, and like, here, if I do this, I'll get this.
What if they
and
don't
like
hit
some
that
people
goal?
don't want to do that.
What if they don't hit that and then they just feel bad
Then they
about themselves?
keep going.
Or they feel, or they
still
get,
tried.
they get really defeated.
They still tried. I didn't hit my exact goal, but like, I'm fine with it. It's okay. I did my best, you know.
That's the thing.
But like, some people work well with that, and some people don't, and that's fair. It's a lot of how people's minds work. And I was gonna say this too. Me and Eric were talking about this the other day of like how people's bodies are different. Like, for most people, you are completely
really?
correct. No, I mean, they're different in the way of like how they lose fat too. Like, most males, you're right. The gut really is like the last thing. But like some people, just fucking, it's just there. Like, they don't have to do much. Like, it's just, they just have it. It's wild to me. And like some people, like for me, if I wanted to get to literally where I had like a fucking 6-pack or something, I'd have to have like a fucking less than 10% fucking body fat percentage, because like when I lost weight, I lost a lot of it in my face, and then like in like weird places, and like my arms in certain spots, and like my legs, and like fucking everywhere else except for that. It is literally like the last thing. But some people it's not.
Well, when you think about it,
and I'm like, what the fuck?
You
know,
it is
fascinating.
Like, it's the area of our body that we use kind of the least.
Yeah.
When you think about your legs are like walking. Your arms, you lift stuff, you do, but like your gut, you don't really do stuff unless you actually you can't target fat away from it, and so it's like the easiest place
you
for
can
fat to
build
go.
muscle there, but you can't like target fat away.
Yeah,
you know?
but it's the easiest place for like fat to go, because if it goes anywhere else, you just burn it. It burns off faster. That's why you see like a different. You see changes in your face and your arms and your legs. It's just weird. And you know what? That's just how it works, and you have to be okay with that. And you have to. It's not short term. You gotta be like, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there one day, and just go from that. But it's true.
Yeah.
Everybody's body is different. That's why I have like.
It's so interesting.
I think I had 4 hours of sleep last night. I had a cup of coffee in the morning.
Dude.
I was built in a factory. I'm a robot. I was sent from the future, actually, from Boston Dynamics. I'm one of the new.
Shit.
Yeah. The new
Didn't know they got
robots.
that advanced. God damn.
Well, I was sent from the future.
Yeah, I didn't know they get that advanced. That's fucking impressive. Good for them, you know.
They're the new Boston Dynamics. Is the what is it? Shit.
I'm trying to think of the
Skynet
shit from like Detroit Become Human.
No, Skynet.
What was that fucking? Oh yeah.
Good old Terminator.
It's from a movie.
You haven't seen any of the Terminators?
No.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of watching a new movie today if I have enough time. I'm excited about it.
A new movie, not a classic. No. That is.
But it's a movie that I haven't seen. I'm not rewatching a movie, so that counts for something.
Does it though?
Yeah. I'm thinking of watching.
Have you seen any of the
Last
Aliens?
Dragon. No, but I don't like horror, so.
Well, the first one's horror. The rest aren't horror.
Yeah.
And it's 70s horror.
Yeah, so probably not as bad.
That's the same when people are like, "Oh, I don't like horror movies," and I'm like, "Oh, let's just watch Chucky, the first one, the like 19."
I'm sure that would still fuck with me.
Really, it looks so fake, and it's hilarious. Like it's laughable, hilarious, because it's like the blood's fake, and it's this like weird animatronic doll, and like it does not look real. It looks I don't know. I love watching old horror movies because I was like, how are people scared of this?
Yeah.
But
I don't know. It might still get me. But I'm thinking of watching Raya and the Last Dragon because I've heard so many goddamn good things. And I had a friend offer to let me use their Disney Plus account where they have it. Because I was like, it's fucking $30. No, thank you.
You just wait.
Even if it's amazing, I was like, no.
Mulan was like a month?
I think it was a few. I don't know.
I still haven't watched that.
I have not heard great things about Mulan, but like I actually haven't looked. But Raya and the Last Dragon, everyone that I know that watched it says that it's awesome, one, and says that it too has a lot of Avatar: The Last Airbender vibes. So I gotta be there.
I started watching and then I fell asleep to Molly's Game.
Oh, that's a movie that around that time was when I was like going to. I think it wasn't even AMC Stubbs A-List. I think at that point it was Movie Pass. I was on the fucking Movie Pass train. I was going to movies every week, and they had that trailer before it, like a bunch of them.
I don't know why I started watching or why I thought of it, but I think because Jessica Chastain was in The Martian, and I was like, oh, I want to see more movies with her. And I was like, what other movies is she in? Because I really like her as an actress.
That's a way to go.
And so I was like, oh, and I've seen a lot of them. And then I was like, Molly's Game. And I was like, I remember hearing somewhat good things about that. And it's like based loosely on a true story, I think. So
yeah,
I might finish that tonight.
Nice.
Other than that, I haven't been watching. All I've been watching, and it's almost as bad as watching reality television. But I just watched Last Man Standing because it is stupid. And I don't know. I love that type of comedy
sometimes
where like you can tell the setups of the jokes, and then
what's coming.
Yeah, but like the delivery of the jokes still gets me, even though I like know that I'm like, oh, this is the setup, that's the law, and I'm just like, oh,
there it is. You're like, hey, he said
it. you think that like, oh, this is so stupid, but like, I wonder how it's probably really hard to write that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
because it's not. You have to go for a laugh like almost constantly.
Yeah. I mean, it's specifically like there are people that are just straight up comedy writers, and that I'm like, I don't know how you do that. But there are people that like they did that as like their passion. Like as a kid, they were just super into like stand up, and you know what I mean, and just formulated their own kind of sense of comedy and timing, and honestly, kind of like studied it. And those are the people
like
writing
really cheesy jokes and like.
Hell yeah.
Entente. Like they're just
You know what annoys me, Tyson? The fact that iCarly only has 2 seasons on Netflix and that's it. They don't have the whole rest of the show. What the fuck's going on there?
Was there more than that show?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. They grew up. Freddie and Sam kissed at one point. Wild.
I don't know who those are. Those 2 dudes?
No. Freddie's no, Sam's the girl. I was like, Freddie's the girl. Nope.
Well, it could be. Freddie could be a girl.
Could be,
Frederica. That could be.
Yeah. Also, I just looked it up. Raya and the Last Dragon, I might even be saying that wrong, so I don't fucking know, has a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, so fucking pog. And I saw the screen time, and I was like, probably gonna watch this. It's an hour and 48 minutes. I was like, yep, okay. Maybe that makes it likely for me. I
don't know what I'm gonna.
And I really like Pixar and animated stuff too. Like Coco is one of my favorite movies.
This week was the first week without WandaVision, and it hurt. It really was just like it was.
Have
a
you
drought.
watched the behind the sines?
No, not yet.
Haven't.
No, I saw a clip.
Cool.
I don't know. Have you seen that clip of Falcon Winter Soldier on Twitter?
Hell yeah, I have.
Where it's like I read The Lord of the Rings at 19 when it came out or some shit like that.
Yeah, when it came out in 1937 or something like that. I was like, that's good.
It's gonna be.
I am very excited for that.
I'm very excited.
It's gonna be shorter than people expect. That's one.
I think it's like 6 episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, 6 episodes. I saw an article going around saying like Kevin Feige was basically preparing people that it is not going to be. It's not gonna like break the 8-hour thing. It's not gonna reach 8 hours, which is like, yeah, that's of course.
That's fine. It's like I don't care how long or short a season is as long as it tells the story.
Yeah.
And has no filler. I don't like filler. feels like it's a waste of time. It literally is a money grabber because it's like, why am I watching this when it has no pertinent information to the ongoing arc?
Depends on. For me, it depends on what you're watching and how much of it there is. But for the most part, I agree with you. I just sometimes don't mind it because, like, a lot of the times when I watch TV, I'm in it because I like the characters. So, like, if it is, sometimes I'm just like, if this is more fun with the characters, I'm all right. But it depends on the kind of show.
It's like when Mark Hamill, had his, what is it, Trickster? Was he the
trick? Yeah, because he played in The Flash.
The Flash, because that was like a side episode, and I was like, this is a very weird episode.
Yeah, but like so much of The Flash is a side episode. It is literally just Monster of the Week format. So, which came back, by the way. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna watch it.
That was kind of the same with Clone Wars a little bit.
Don't even.
There were a couple episodes.
I don't hate Clone Wars. I don't hate Clone Wars.
No,
Clone Wars just makes me mad sometimes.
Why?
Because everybody praises that show, and some of it is rightfully so. Some of it is fucking incredible. But some of it is genuinely bad. It's not good. It's awful. And people, like, just
I don't know about
that doesn't exist.
Like, awful, we're talking about CW.
Real bad.
It has never hit CW levels.
Oh, no. Dude. Some of it's real bad. Some of it, I was like, why the fuck am I watching this? Just stop. Like, CW, at least, I'm like, at least I care about the characters, whereas Clone Wars did not have...
How did you not... you don't care about the characters? You don't care about...
No, I did not care about the fucking the 6-episode droid arc with, like, the only recognizable droid. I don't even think R2 was there.
Wait,
it was just the fucking talking
the droid... The droid arc, or what do you mean, the clone arc?
In Clone Wars, there is a full arc about these goddamn droids, and one of them talks, and the rest of them don't. And he's like leading this brigade of droids. It's real bad. And he's like the little. I wish I could describe that droid because it is a specific type. He has like the kind of like not umbrella, like it's like his head kind of looks like a pan. You know what I mean? Like an upside down pan.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He was very annoying. But like, there's that. This whole Jar Jar arcs. It's not good.
The Jar Jar arc was great. I don't care what anybody has to say about Jar Jar. Yes, he has a racist accent. That's just that's beside the
like
point.
Trade Federation, man.
But George Lucas, I don't know how he was feeling when he made those, but
I don't know what the fuck was going on there.
I don't hate the character of Jar Jar if you take out the voice. Take out his voice
like,
and put another. Honestly, just like listen to it in another language, and then maybe it'll. But I like his character. I like that. I like that character. Yeah. I agree with the voice. It's very annoying and it just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
But the character's fine. Stop.
Yeah. Okay, so Tyson, I have a question. I want to know how your journey is going.
My journey?
You having fun in Minecraft, dog? It's great. What a good video game. You know what I
lucked out. I lucked out in this new world that I made.
Ooh, you found a fucking nether portal just in your backyard?
Yeah, and it had a chest beside it. The last time I played Minecraft was on my Switch, so obviously it wasn't that long ago. But I don't think I really did anything. I literally just bought it on Switch. Maybe I like made a little house and then that was it.
Yeah.
And so even since then, there's a lot that has changed, especially in the Java edition. But I'm just slowly making my way, learning things, learning how to make I made a map, and then I accidentally walked off the map, and I was like, where am I now? So I don't know.
You can make it bigger. That's the thing.
You can make it bigger?
Yeah. So basically, you put. I don't really remember how fully the recipe, but you basically put the map in the middle and then surround it with something. And when you open it again, it
maybe with more paper.
Yeah, I think it's paper. I think you do surround it with paper. Mm-hmm.
Well, first I have to find my way back to my house. I've made two other worlds before this one, and both times I died, and then I was like, I don't know where I was to get back to where I needed to I was like, oh, I was
Yeah.
in a cave, and I died in the cave, and I was like, but wait, where am now? I'm back in my house. Where's the cave? And I was like, oh god, this is so.
So this is an old tip, but okay. So I've been, for people who don't know, I like babysit these kids sometimes, and one of them's like 11, and it's so funny to me about how he tries to tell me how he's such an OG Minecraft player when he literally could not talk when I was playing that goddamn video game. But like he does know a lot of shit about the new Minecraft that I'm fucking no idea. There's fucking netherite. There's all sorts of shit. But
yeah.
like one thing that I try and tell him that he doesn't fucking listen to me with is, do you know this tip about how to not goddamn get lost in caves, right? Do you know the standard?
Well, like what I would use is torches.
Where do you put those torches?
I don't know. I just put them on the walls.
Okay, to those of you who don't know, because back in the day, okay, when I was like 15, playing on a garbage computer, like 12 FPS before I got a new PC, playing Minecraft like a slideshow. Back in the day, man, I started looking. That was when Scene Anders was playing Minecraft. That was when I found this guy, Paul Soares Jr. Shout out to that dude. Super nice, super like nice guy, you know? But he had videos that were literally just like, tips for surviving in Minecraft. Like, here are the basics of what you should know if you first start. Because, like, I don't know, people, it's, if you're like me, I remember when I first started Minecraft, but now it feels so far away. But, like, when you first started, no fucking idea what the fuck's going on. Like, there's no, if you weren't, now you're on console, if you started it now, it'd be different. But, like, on PC, it was just the fucking, you open your inventory, there were 4 blocks where you could put things in. And then eventually you learn, you're like, oh shit, I made a crafting bench. And then you fucking try different things. Like, and that's when you're like, oh, I found the wiki and this is how you can make this. And it is a process of learning. And one of the parts of me learning was that guy's videos. And one of the things he taught me, which I still do to this day, anytime I go into a cave, put the torches on the right wall so that when you leave, you just follow them on the left wall and you can go out. And I'm like, fucking awesome. And I told this kid to do it. And he just fucking puts them on the ground, and I'm like, I'm lost.
I don't put them on the ground. I put it on the wall. But yeah, I've just, but I don't
That's
have
a good
like,
tip.
I literally just, whenever I've played Minecraft, I don't know why I do this, but if I'm like digging, like say in a straight line, and I see like iron on the left, then I'll dig that iron, and then I'll start turning left. So I always go to where
go in the direction
of the cool thing, and so I was like, oh, iron, okay, cool. And then, oh, here's something else.
Minecraft is such a goddamn magical game.
The first time I played it, so this is when I started playing Minecraft for the first time ever, was when a Mr. Greg Miller and a Mr. Brian Altano did their Minecraft series for IGN.
Shit. They were leading you astray, man, because I was watching that series too.
It was a funny series, but like
it was a funny series, but they did not know what they were doing.
No, but it just made me think
upset.
about Minecraft in a different way. And I was like, oh, this game actually looks kind of cool, and so I was kind of like, maybe I'll give this game a try. And now
it's so good, dude.
Man,
their series
shaders,
was fun too.
Oh my god, the water looks so nice, and like the sun, sometimes it fogs,
the light,
and at night you can see the fog through the trees. Holy crap, it is so
I might ask you to send me what shaders you're using, because I've never messed around with shaders.
Sure, it was the same one.
I don't know why, I just never have.
I got it from Sam, or it's just Sam, like SEUM.
Yeah,
she's been streaming a lot of Minecraft, and I was like, man, this looks really nice, and they like linked it, and I was like, okay, cool. Game's
great, man. I miss that game. Every now and then I go into phases where I miss it, and I come back to it and play it for a while, and now is a good time because there is a lot of shit that I do not know what it is because it's been so long since I've played. Like literally netherite is a new material that is better than diamond. There's something that's better than diamond. There's wild.
Actually netherite around the nether portal behind my house.
Ooh,
so I just got it.
We're so lucky. We're so lucky. But that game's so magical in the fact of like, I have so many memories that are so like stuck in my brain from when I first started playing, and even just like random worlds that I play. I remember this one where I found this fucking, I think it was the first time I had ever found a mine shaft, which is like basically like
Oh, yeah.
there's a bunch of wood and like trails,
Train tracks.
kind of, yeah, train tracks, stuff like that, and that was so goddamn cool. And I haven't found one of those in a long time. I really want to find one. Oh, game's good.
Yeah, it is. It's really fun. It's really
And it
like
gets
just like a
your
wind
brain
down.
going.
It's a wind down game where I really don't feel like if I'm in the mood where I'm like I don't really feel this will come back to bite me in the ass because it's like that I don't feel like my argument before, it's not on video so it's okay, but like the whole progress fun thing where I don't feel like where I don't feel like I want to like push in 14 or Destiny or like some like story
Just have
based
some
game.
fun.
It still is technically progress in Minecraft,
That's the thing.
but it's like
yeah, Minecraft's
it's
great
just
for that.
like exploration and
Yeah.
There's like a couple of like places I want to go in my world. I want to expand a little bit more. I've been stupid when the first 2 times and I was like, okay, I'm gonna run and I'm gonna try to find something cool, and then I was like, okay, where's my house? Oh, it's getting dark. Oh fuck.
That's
So
what
now
I meant when I said Brian and Greg might be leading you astray. I learned the game in a very like be fucking safe kind of way,
Yeah.
whereas some people were just like, fuck it.
It's like I need to find
You know what I
sheep. I need to kill.
Yep.
You need to kill sheep. You need to kill as many animals as you can find right
But
away.
not all of them. You got to
Well.
leave 2 in your area because they do not repopulate unless they change that. They don't repopulate.
They
You
must
gotta leave
repopulate
2.
because I've killed a lot in my area.
Oh, maybe that I know it. They didn't used to, so I always try and leave 2 of one type so that I can make a farm and keep.
I remember I used to I used to have a farm. This was way back in the PS3 days, I think. And I would have like 2 pigs in a farm, and then they would like make a baby, and then I'd kill one of the pigs. Well, I
right
need
in
the
front of
food, and then like later on they would grow up, and then they have a kid, and I'm like, this is weird
life.
when you really think about it.
I remember the first time I did that, and I was just so amazed when the fucking baby came out.
Yeah.
And I was like, look at its head, because the head is so much bigger. It was very cute.
I also
But,
don't feel good killing the pigs because they still just look cute.
Yeah.
The sheeps and cows don't look cute, but the pigs look
I mean,
cute.
here's what you gotta do. You gotta breed so many of them that the pen is just full. So you just don't feel. You just go in, just don't look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just start swinging your sword. But
No, but it's good.
I was gonna do.
It's gonna be okay, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm gonna continue. Like I'm just gonna chip away at it, and it's just gonna be one of
Yeah.
those games to
It's so good. Man.
always have. I want to do
Yeah.
a no death world.
I was thinking of like when
No
I
Death
re-downloaded
Hard.
and started playing. It's called it's hardcore. Hardcore mode is just if you die, the world is deleted. It's fucking awesome. And
Yeah.
I've only messed around with that once, but like I love the idea of that. So I was thinking of making just a single player one to do that.
Oh,
with,
yeah.
just to have fun.
That's the thing is I'm gonna have a bunch of single player worlds, but like I'll
Yeah.
still like hang out in like Eric's server and whenever we do that
so,
kind of stuff.
yeah, that's the thing. I was planning on doing. So I am going. By the time people see this, it will already be done. Fucking enjoy the new art that you might see on my Twitter and whatnot if you follow Twitter. But on Sunday I'm doing a big old stream for like 6 hours, and one of the things I was gonna do was gonna set like some sub or tip goal to like bring back Minecraft Mondays, which used to be a thing I did on my stream. But then I like mentioned it and people ran with it. So now everybody that I know that would have wanted to play is already playing. So I'm probably just gonna be like, okay, well, now I'm playing Minecraft. I don't think I'm gonna set a goal for that or anything. But I don't know. I'm still deciding on that because Minecraft Mondays is a very specific, literally like I used to only play on that server on Mondays. Like, and that was a cool thing because other people would go and I would jump in and be like, oh, let's catch up with what everybody was doing. And then it was like a series that people could follow. If they were only there Mondays, they could hop in and see, like, I would have goals of like, oh, we're building this house next week and, you know, stuff like that. So I like the idea of that for content. So I don't know. But, maybe I can have 2 servers. One's Minecraft Monday, one everyone just fucks around in, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
I gotta figure that out. But I do want to play Minecraft in some way soon. Definitely gonna have some sort of server and start that with people soon. So
That's great.
that'll be fun. Hell yeah.
I needed a break. I had to play something else this week. I finally hit 80 on my dancer in Final Fantasy, and so I was like, oh, I can just like breathe a little bit and like
Nice.
I have 20 some, I think I have like 24 quests left in like Shadowbringers main.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then I have to do the patch quests. So I have to do everything by April 18th, I think, is when the next patch comes out.
Interesting.
Which is very doable.
Yeah.
But I took a break.
I
leveling
got to Heaven's Ward, which I'm excited about. So
it's the best expansion next to Shadowbringers.
Yeah,
so you're gonna have
it
a
was
high
awesome
expansion.
Finally getting there.
You're gonna have a little bit lower expansion with Stormblood.
Yeah, it's fine.
And then you're gonna have fucking your mind just blown.
Honestly. I gotta figure out how to do it because when I first got into the game, it was very much a multiplayer thing. But now that I'm kind of mainlining MSQ, it's literally just like I was playing Immortals. Like for the most part, I'm just streaming a fucking open world RPG. So I don't know.
It's a single player game.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that stream
with a little bit of multiplayer sprinkled in.
Maybe. Oh my god, I hate that. But like maybe I'll set aside a day to like Saturdays we do like roulettes and whatever and just play with people. Maybe I'll do that. That'd be fun. Because I do like when I was playing with people on stream. That's a different kind of vibe, you know? Maybe it's like, I don't know. I got a lot of cool content things I got to figure out on like schedules. I want to do lots of things. I've been like in a very creative mood lately and it's awesome. It's very fun. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's been a good show, dude.
I'm gonna do my roulettes every day.
Yeah.
I'm trying to level up my Dark Knight. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do the leveling roulette on my Dark Knight every day and nothing else. Yeah. Until I get to like a bigger, like a higher level, and then I can start doing other things. But I'm starting to now that I have one at 80, I kind of want to play around with other ones.
Yeah.
I want to do some healing.
Yeah.
If I can be a healer, that's gonna be tough. I don't know.
I could be your healer, baby. You know what I mean? I could be your healer, baby. You know what I mean? You know that song?
No.
Oh my god!
There's a bunch of games coming out.
Yeah. None that I will probably play, but there are.
Mass Effect.
Oh yeah.
Legacy Edition.
Maybe one day.
3 of the most amazing games of all time.
I already got so many video games.
There's literally a day
being a giant MMO.
like after the franchise.
It's fair. You're not wrong.
That's big.
That is a fact. That's true.
That's pretty big.
I still have yet to play the Outriders demo. I would just say
pass. I'm gonna pass on the game. I feel.
I've heard some people like. I have some friends that actually really did like the demo and thought it was really fun. I had some people that are just like, eh. And I've had some people that are like, no. So I don't know.
The problem is
I just gotta play it.
Is this because it's a story game? It's literally like Borderlands-ish, where it's like it's not like an MMO or like not like a Destiny open world kind of thing. So you play the story and you're done with the story. Yeah. And so
there is end game stuff, but they're not like adding to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there is an end at some point.
But the acting is and the script and the dialogue
That's what I've heard,
and so it's like, oh, in a story game, the acting and the dialogue are bad. It's like that's weird. That's kind of tough to sell.
Yeah.
And like
I can play anything if I like the gameplay enough. You never know.
I can't. Depends. I need to be invested.
Oh man, one game.
I need to be invested.
Speaking of gameplay. What?
I need to be invested. It's kind of.
I was never invested in Destiny 1. I played fucking 1400 hours in that game.
Yeah. I was even man. Your Destiny storytelling right now this season.
I hear it's very good.
It is not as well like it's not Forsaken levels, but it is like I love what they're doing. Every week you get a little snippet of a story. If it's a cutscene, it's new dialogue. It's been every week, and I'm like, I wonder if it's going to stop. We've got another
because they didn't have it planned out all the way. You know what I mean? With the delay.
No, but I mean, like, I wonder in this season, are we gonna constantly get a new thing every week? Like, I don't know.
Probably up until the end.
That's crazy because it's so good. Like it is.
Or up until
Oh
the
my
planned
God.
end.
It is.
I don't know how they're doing the delay. Like, I don't know if they are extending each season a little bit,
No.
or if there's gonna be a long gap at the end, which I
No,
think
so
would
what I
be
think
bad.
is I think they're gonna delay. They're delaying Witch Queen a season. I'm guessing. So we're still gonna have another season. They're just gonna put like a filler season
Oh, that's.
in between Witch Queen. That's better than
I
what
mean,
they
that's
did with.
okay
That's better than what they did with Season of Arrivals.
if they can do it, but I don't think they're good. Like, being able to just like put in a new season is not an easy thing. Like,
But it's probably
if
it's,
they are
it's
able
going
to
to be
actually
delayed
do that
like
well,
at
then
least a season.
good for them. But yeah,
Because it would have come out. It would have come out in November when Beyond Light came out, but instead now it's going to be coming out when what's the season? Season of the Chosen. So in February.
if they come out with a whole nother season and it's good and people like it, I will be surprised. I would place.
I mean,
pizza
everybody
bet.
likes everything about PvE.
Yeah,
And
in
like
general.
PvE and the story have never been better.
That's true.
It is
but like
so good.
But like the story right now, they had a time to plan. Like, I don't know. Like, having to throw in another season is not gonna be easy for them. I know that they're adding a lot of new people though. They're like
But, like,
hiring a bunch.
To just extend it would be, I feel worse.
I don't think it would be too bad if you extended each one by a little bit.
Because we would only have 3 seasons.
Yeah. So it would add what, an extra? How many weeks is a current season?
It's like 3 months because I think it's 3
3 months?
3 months because it originally was like each season of the year, so it's like 4 seasons a year.
So I guess each season would be 4 months instead now, right?
If they do it that way.
If they extended it each one, it
By
would
a
be like
month?
4 instead of. I think that's right.
3 months
I
instead
did
of
my
4
math right.
months.
No,
They had
I'm
a
saying
whole
4
month?
instead of 3. Right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that would then equal an extra, 3 months, which is what they would need, right?
Oh, I don't think that would be good.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't personally, this is a personal thing, and I'm not playing nearly as much as a lot of people. But when they extended the one before Beyond Light, I thought that was a perfect amount of timing, honestly. I was like, this is great. Like, I wish that most seasons lasted this long. But I think that one was only an extra 2 weeks, right?
What?
What?
Are you?
I don't know. That's a question.
It was supposed to come out in the beginning of October, and it came out at the end or in the middle of November.
Yeah. So, no, what, a month and a half?
It was a month
Then?
and a half, yeah.
Damn. Okay. Well, then, yeah, in my opinion, they could totally add an extra month on, but that's just me.
No.
I'm sure that a lot of the hardcore fans would hate that.
Yeah, in that season, there was like I got 4 titles in that season because there was nothing else to do.
Yeah, but you're like, but I guess that's who they're going for. They're going for the Tysons. You know what I mean? So that's
So that's
fair.
the thing. Yeah, like
I
don't
just
know.
can't imagine that. That's wild, but
it's. I think that they don't need to do a lot to make a new season. They literally could just tell a side story. Like they're not doing a lot with battle. Like they had the battlegrounds. Like that's the
I think you're
activity.
severely underestimating how much work goes into a season.
No, but I'm saying
And how
that,
much
like
time.
to like one we don't know. Yeah, we don't know how many people are working on what, but I don't think it would be out of the question to just have another season
Yeah.
instead of extending, and then once you get everything, then you stop playing.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's out of the question. And I think, honestly, they probably do that. I'm just a little hesitant as to how the quality of that season, how much that is going to differ between the 3 that were already planned, But I'm just speculating.
I don't know. Like they could
never know.
like. I still think that they probably have a lot of stuff that is shelved. Like a lot of
never know.
story stuff that is shelved. That are like, oh well, we're not gonna have time to tell this before Witch Queen, before this delay. They're like, oh, so we have to shelve this story about the Vex or this story about the Taken, and now it's like, okay, we have some time. Is it possible for us to also work on the Witch Queen? Because they're working on the Witch Queen, but they're probably working on a lot of like changes to like our abilities, that stuff. I bet the story is pretty done.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying.
yeah.
Of
But I mean, like that's the thing is like they
adding a
probably
whole new
have
story.
a story that they have shelved. They have lots of shelved.
A lot of
things.
basic ideas.
Literally,
but even then
Undying
implementing
was
that, though,
shelved in Destiny 1.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but like ideas and shelved stories are not. They're still not finished. That is still going to be some work to get that.
yeah, but
out.
we still have. I'm not saying it's the next season, but it could be
Yeah.
where Witch Queen should have came out. That's still a lot of time to work on it.
Yeah, that's fair. I will eat my shorts. I'll do it. I'll eat my shorts live. Just nom nom. If it's as amazing as the other three, but I think it'll still be fine. But I just perceive Destiny fans have high standards, so I imagine it's probably not. It just might not meet those. That's all.
I mean,
it'll still be good.
Nothing meets video gamers
That's
standards
fair.
ever.
Yep, that's
Nothing
fair.
ever does.
Yeah.
To one person, it's like, oh, this is a masterpiece. Zelda Breath of the Wild. Another person's like, this game is trash. My weapon breaks. Like, that's the thing.
The rain, I slip and fall when I'm climbing in the rain.
So it's gamers are never going to be satisfied. But I don't know. This is a lot better than last season of Destiny. The season
Seems
itself.
like people are really liking it. So, quick question about Destiny. Vault of Glass is next season, right?
True.
They confirmed that.
Yes, I don't know how many days it is going to be into the season, but probably like the first week.
Oh shit! I told everybody once Vault of Glass gets back, I'm gonna hop in. I'm gonna be ready for it. So I got a time frame. I gotta be ready, dude. What? What do you
It's
mean?
not gonna happen. You're not going in contest.
I'm gonna be
game.
there.
You're not going
I am
in.
playing Vault of Glass.
You are not going in.
I'm not saying I'm
contest
playing it
day.
day one. Not saying I'm playing it day one, but I'm playing it like at least within that first week or two, 100%. And then that's next season. And then they said crossplay was coming season 15, right? Is that next season? I don't know what 15
next season,
is.
season 14.
Oh shit! Damn. So crossplay is coming in the fall then. It's the fall
Season 15
season. That's gonna be the one that usually comes out around.
Yeah, that was before Witch Queen. That was supposed to be
Yeah.
before Witch Queen.
So that would be usually that would then be like what, August?
We'll go 3
Right?
months from May 11th,
So May 11th is the next season.
season
right?
14, yeah, and then season
Okay.
15 is 3 months after.
Yeah. So like August. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's cool. I'm okay. That is literally when I predicted, to be honest. 100%. God.
All the
what a
console
bummer, though.
plebs, you get to play with the big boys now.
Oh yeah, let's go. Oh my god. I'll fucking convince good old J Money and Tyson to get back in with me after fucking 4 years. Oh my god.
It's gonna be PvP is gonna be a shit show, so that's gonna be interesting.
I mean,
I
isn't
still
it
I
already?
don't touch PvP. I don't even care
isn't
about the
it-
pinnacle.
isn't it
I'm just like, you
a
know
real
what?
bad shit
I'll
show
do
right
without
now?
the pinnacle. I could do without that pinnacle. Doesn't matter. I don't mind Gambit. Gambit goes by fast. Some of the games are fun. Some of the games
I
are
like
really
Gambit.
bad.
I've always liked Gambit though. I'm weird, but I enjoy it.
But yeah,
I do miss that game. Maybe I'll hop into Destiny at some point. Who knows?
there's just so
Quite
much.
enjoy it.
There's so much to do, and there's a lot of stuff. It's interesting because like we don't have sunsetting anymore, so I'm not really like chomping at the bit to like get these guns.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, Battlegrounds is going to be here next season.
Yeah.
Because like
That's true.
hunts are still
Man,
here,
that-
so it's a weird thing where it's like
As somebody who
don't-
skipped the last 2 seasons, I'm quite excited about that. Because
There
when
you
I
go.
get back in, I'll be like, here we go. I got all the shit to do. Hell yeah.
It's like you just leave everything till not even the last second of the season, but the last second before all of the activities go away.
To be fair, that's that's not really, but I started playing the game last year around around this time, actually, maybe 2 or 3 months from now. So probably around the 3rd season in that year, technically. And that is most likely what's going to happen again this time, timing-wise. Yeah, actually, yeah, because Vault. So I'll get back in, and I'll be like, oh, Battlegrounds, Hunts, Beyond Light shit that I didn't do. Let's check all this out. Play Vault. It's perfect. It's perfect for me.
That's one way to play.
It is. It is a way to play, man. And
That's-
I don't get crazy into the granular of getting fucking titles and grinding for all that shit. I just get to experience everything, you know?
I want all them titles. I want a Gilded Conqueror.
Oof.
You can have Gold Conqueror under my name. That's
Fucking-
that's what you need.
Congrats, dude. I'm jealous.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna be getting those titles in Final Fantasy 14. Let's go. Not really.
They give away titles in Final Fantasy 14. I'm sorry.
Good.
They're just like, oh, you finished.
I'm
an
gonna collect all the
expansion?
minions.
Here you
I
go.
swear.
Here's a title that says Nidhogg Slayer or some other something, and it's just like, cool. Well, I didn't really. I don't know. Again, this is just personal. But it's like I don't really feel like I earned it. I just played the game, and I got. It's like you play a game and you get the platinum.
Nope.
No, that's what it's like. You
They're
play
not.
the game and you get the platinum.
But there are certain titles that are, I'm sure, I don't actually know, this is me assuming. I'm sure that there are certain titles that are like fucking, if you see someone walking around with the fucking, beat the raid, fucking didn't die. See that Flawless Raider title? I'm sure that's a thing that exists, but
In
there
Destiny,
are titles that are just, I don't know, are there cool, like, big achievement titles in Final Fantasy 14? I know WoW is like that.
I don't know. That's the thing. It's like it's not really anything that's it's all about the glams. It's all about the mount. It's all about that kind of stuff.
I know WoW had like certain titles that people would see and recognize. And at least back in the day too, with like Classic, there were certain things that people would see and be like, "Oh, that person spent hundreds of thousands of hours to get that." Like there were certain things like that the community like knew about, so you'd see it and be like, "Oh."
But that's like in
I'm
a
sure 14
year,
has the same.
you're gonna have a Gilded Conqueror that'll have like 5 beside it, and it's like you've gilded that title 5 times. That's
Pretty cool.
I and I have respect for those people.
It's pretty cool.
I don't
will
have
never
respect for the
one of
people
those, but that's pretty
who
dope.
guild. No, I'm just sorry. I was gonna say who guild
God.
like Unbroken. That's the PvP one.
Unbroken, so
No,
no,
guild
that's
all your
wild.
titles. Just guild to your heart's content. It's
Play
content.
video games the way that you want to play them.
I guess.
The way that I got fucking, I'm still amazed that I have one title. Like fucking, never getting one again. Like I remember Adam was like, "Oh, you going for the next one?" I was like, "Fuck no, sir, absolutely not. I will never get another title in my life."
It's literally
not
like
because I don't
platinuming
like
each
want
season,
to.
I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
the
that's
new
basically
platinum.
what it is for sure. Yeah,
It's like do a bunch of shit that you don't want to do, and you
God.
get the title.
I was like, absolutely not. I will never get another platinum in your life. He's like, "Oh, why not? It was easy." And I was like, brother, I still spent way more time.
I'll
doing
still
this
get the
than
title this season. I don't know. I
any
don't
other
really care
time
about
I
it too
played the
much.
game.
What I'm trying to go for is Flawless Solo Prophecy.
That's pretty dope.
You get a bunny ghost, and you get a very sexy emblem, and I will never take that emblem off. So that's what I'm training to do.
I'm absolutely
Next.
looking up the bunny ghost.
It's called
Is
the
it
Cottontail
literally-
ghost.
Did they brought back the prophecy, right? Like they took it out for one season, right? And now it's there again.
It's back, and the
Prophecy's great.
rewards are back.
I'm really bummed. This
gonna
ghost
be-
is awesome.
It's gonna be.
I'm really bummed because in Prophecy, I ran that a good bit when I was playing, and I'm literally like one piece away, like literally one run, I think, because I'm pretty sure I'd be guaranteed to get it from getting like the full armor set. I'm like, just never did it, so that's a bummer. Maybe when I get back from Vault of fucking Glass, I'll do a Prophecy run. Let's go.
No.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I swear.
I will be shocked.
I will make another pizza bet with you right now that I haven't honored. Send me your PayPal, Tyson.
Again, this is in May. You don't know what's gonna be. You're gonna raid. You're gonna finish that raid in the first what?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
First 2 weeks.
That's too much. That's too much time. It's like, oh, I'll get to that raid.
Think about when I fucking played Deep Stone Crypt.
I don't know.
Like fucking 2-3 months, I think, after that came out.
Oh, God.
Like, if I play that within the first 2 weeks, that's pretty big for me. Most of the time, even when I was playing Destiny 1 religiously, I didn't play a raid at release, like, within 2 weeks sometimes. Like, goddamn.
You haven't lived until you play contest mode. That's just...
Never done it.
It's the peak. It is the Mount Everest of content.
It's fair. I did that kind of shit in Destiny 1, but it wasn't contest.
Yeah. Contest.
But I did that because it was, like, at the light.
I think we are getting high or like heroic or master raids. I think that's probably what they're going to do in that empty season.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't care about the game enough to do contests or anything like that. No. Back in the day I did, but no, definitely not anymore. But VOG I will absolutely play within the first 2 weeks. I'm really bummed that crossplay, I like I said, I figured it would come in the fall like that around August, but I was hoping it would be sooner. I was hoping it would be with the Vault of Glass season, because then I could literally get together all my old friends that we used to play Vault of Glass with in Destiny 1. We could go back.
Are they still playing Destiny?
No, absolutely not.
Well, then you know how hard you know how long it's going to be.
It would be difficult, but I'd try
to get to.
I'd be out there.
You would not be able to get to Pinnacle unless you ran all 3 characters. So you're going to do that?
Well, I mean, aren't they completely changing how that works too? Isn't it literally only like fucking 10 like levels now?
Yeah, but it's only Pinnacle. So it's only like Pinnacle activities.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
To do that on one character in 2 weeks, I don't think you're going to get to that. Well, I don't know what the rate will be,
doing it.
But
then I take it back. Because I'm not running multiple characters.
Yeah. It depends on what the rate will be at. That's
what I was thinking. We don't know what that is, right?
I think it would
because like the only time, actually, yeah, I don't think we would know because
that
usually
means
a raid
shrink Pinnacles back a lot.
Yeah, I mean, usually a raid when it's been released in the last little bit has been at expansion time, right? Like, have we had a raid in a season?
Just the raid layers.
And that was a long time ago, so we don't really. I don't think there's any way we could really guess exactly.
No, and they were different.
Light it's gonna
the raid
be
layers. Some of them, well, like I remember.
Yeah, we'll just have to.
Crown. Crown wasn't. That was just not an expansion. That was just another.
That's technically another raid layer, I think. Yeah.
Was it a raid layer? I thought there was only 2 raid
so.
layers.
Actually, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. There are 2 raid layers.
But there is only 3 encounters.
Yeah.
So I guess
I think they released it later,
between.
but it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't technically a layer. Here's your granular Destiny talk, guys.
Yeah, it's just the best. But it's weird because they can't put it. They can't put it at like 13:10.
I mean, I don't even know. I can't talk about this. I have no idea. Way too gone. Sorry.
I don't know, but they're not going to make it like too hard or too easy, but to run one character is interesting.
I would still make a bet that I do it within 2 weeks. even with multiple, if I made a bet, see, that's the thing. That's sometimes why I like making, because
I'm
it's
just
a
trying to think of
commitment.
all of the pinnacles because there's
Committing to
no more prime engrams. Prime engrams wouldn't give you any power. So like there's maybe like
I
5
figured it out.
pinnacles, and you need to get to. It's impossible to make a bet when you don't know the
I'll
level.
figure it out. I'll get it done. You know what I mean?
I still think
yeah, no, that's
think
fair.
you won't.
Yeah, it's possible I won't, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I definitely will get back into the game and play Vault. 100%. Can't say exactly timing, but I will. 'Cause,
One day.
man, I miss Vault. I miss
It's
it.
not gonna be the same vault, you know.
No, I did read the thing where they talked about the kind of like changes and stuff they're doing. I will absolutely watch the contest mode though and watch the race because of
not going
like
in
when they
not going in like semi-blind.
well, it's going to be different, right? Isn't that stuff just for contests? Cuz they mentioned how in contest mode they are adding like certain different modifiers that you
We
have
to do challenge
complete.
mode.
Yeah, you have to like get through certain like new challenges that they're putting in there. And I think that I definitely want to watch that. That's going to be cool.
Then you're just gonna know everything about the raid.
It's already fucking Vault. Like, it's fine.
No, but I'm
just
like
excited
they're
to
still
see changes.
changing
That's
it.
okay.
Like okay, well,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I am not playing Destiny at any sort of granular level to go in blind at this moment. I haven't opened the game in multiple months. It's okay. I don't know if I'll ever get back to that level. But
It's great. It's great, and that's what I want to be at. I want to be at that level and that comfortability.
are.
In Final Fantasy 14.
Oh yeah. I'm
I
never
want
gonna
both
get
of those games. I want to push them to like the peak, not peak, the most current content, so that I can be like, okay, now I can step away. And that's what I do. Is like
mad respect.
right now I'm stepping away from Destiny to play Final Fantasy 14, and then vice versa because I'm not at the current content for Final Fantasy. So once I'm at the current content for both, it's gonna be so nice. And then I can
Sounds nice. Sounds nice. And when you get there, I'm gonna be so proud of you. I'm gonna be like, he fucking did it.
it's gonna be tough.
Did it. The mad lad. He did it.
I need more. I need new games to come out because there's nothing.
Fucking clearly.
Yeah, like it's really just these 2 games, and I'm not
Jesus
burnt out,
Christ.
but I'm just like, oh, I just want to play something else.
I don't know how you are a person. I just don't get.
What do you mean?
But play.
There's
play
people.
that
Look
Minecraft,
at
dog.
Glad who plays like Valheim.
He
for,
literally
like,
does that as
16
his full time.
16 hours a day.
He's
Yeah.
a streamer.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, dude, get in that Minecraft. When I make that Minecraft server, get on in there. We gonna go to the Nether. We gonna fucking fuck up that Ender Dragon. Maybe.
No, but I'm not gonna speed run that game.
No.
That's gonna be a long.
We
time
never
from
do.
now.
Yeah, but it's still a good like.
I told Eric that like I'm gonna join his server, and then wherever everybody else is like making all their stuff, I'm gonna go very far away and just make like a farm.
That's what I used to do.
And I'm gonna be like the nomad farmer on like the outskirts of the world.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fun.
And then,
That's a good time
sometimes
too.
They'll wander and they'll like wander into my farm.
I gotta remember how to make an automated carrot farm because I used to make those.
An automated carrot farm?
Automated carrot farm. So it's not entirely automated. You go and hit a lever and water rushes down, and then you just go down to the bottom and collect it all. And I like carrots as my favorite food source, so I gotta fully remember how to do that.
I just got.
It's been a
wheat
long
right
time.
now. I've got to still. This is still a baby world, so.
But we're gonna get into that game. But you know what else we're gonna do? End the show. There's no WandaVision spoilers. Next week we will talk.
Spoilers. It sucks.
Damn! What a turn in 1 week. He changed his
No.
mind, dude. It's
I have
over.
almost changed my mind about not changed my mind about Vision. I watched Infinity War like front to back, and
Yeah.
like I really paid attention at the Vision parts.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like some of the wording is a little iffy.
It's
like they
just
don't know.
iffy. It's just
It's
up
so
in the air.
iffy. I just
Yeah.
he's coming back, but he's not going to be the Vision that we knew. I'll go
yeah.
with that.
I'll
go with that for now.
For sure. Next week, though, we will have fucking. I keep wanting to say Captain America. No, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We'll have that show. We'll talk about episode 1.
They should have called it Sam and Bucky.
Let's go. Sam and Bucky.
Sam
out on an adventure.
Sam and Bucky on a road trip with Sam and Bucky.
Road trip with Sam and Bucky. That's what we're going to be talking about next week. I think I might actually watch that behind the scenes. I don't know how long it is. I'll take a look at that. Might watch Ryan and the Last Dragon. Dude, I'm so excited. I have so much shit to get ready for the big old stream tomorrow. Whoo! I got so much stuff to do. I already started putting in some of it. Before this, I was like messing around in OBS and Streamlabs. It looks so good. I can't wait. But I'm going to do some of that work. And then I need to eat because I haven't really eaten much today. And then I might actually watch a movie. Who knows? Who knows?
I'm just going to watch Last Man Standing, learn some Japanese, and then probably make dinner.
Play some Minecraft, maybe some Final Fantasy. Who knows?
I'm gonna play Destiny. I gotta get ready. We're doing a bunch of 12-mans. It's the last time for 12-mans. Got to soak it all in, get all that 12-man goodness.
Soak it all in. But for now, I'm gonna say that you can find me on twitch.tv/TeddyChinaris, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Patreon. All of that is there. It's gonna look all new and fancy if you go there right now. Not right now in the where I'm talking, but when you're hearing this in the future, it'll be all new and fancy. So that's where you can find me. And Tyson, what about you?
You can find me. I don't know what just happened. I literally had a thought about something else, and it just it froze me. You can find me at Tyson Pellegrini on Twitter. Pellegrini_17 on Instagram and Twitch. T Pellegrini. Search me up. I'm thinking about doing stuff, but that's all it is right now.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it too much probably, but I don't know.
Me too. That's why I feel good in a creative flow lately, because I'm forcing myself to do shit and finish shit, whereas usually I'm just like think about it for 7 months and never actually do anything. Oh my god.
I don't know. Sometimes, one of these days I'll hit the start streaming button, maybe. Yeah. I don't really feel like I'm a streamer.
You do what you want, man. My OCD and my overthinking just gets really in the way. So my biggest goal with anything creative is literally just say, hey, fuck you, OCD, and then just do it anyways. Because otherwise I'll just over a video editing specifically, I'm so bad about it. I want it to be perfect, and I'll work on that video for months and months and be like, oh, I don't have time to finish it. And then I just have to be like, no, fucking put it out. That's something that my college professors told me, and my person at my internship, my boss, was literally just you have to finish it eventually. You just have to finish it. Even if you don't love it, you gotta just say you're done.
You're never gonna love it. You're never going to.
You're never going to fully be at that 1,000%
exactly
perfect.
When you make something,
even though I try to get
creative,
there.
You're just gonna be like, oh, but I could improve this. I can improve that. I can improve this. I can.
You eventually just have to be like, I'm putting this out. Yeah. But that's where you can find both of us. Fucking catch us in the streets, fight you, and I'll see you next Monday.
Now you're just gonna fight people.
Yeah, dude.
Peace.
They want it. Bring it.